All day, every day, companies across the world compete to mine Bitcoin. A Bitcoin is mined every 10 minutes. And with companies like Greenidge Generation, the more miners they add, the more profit. And they say some of that profit is staying right here in the community.
We went from a facility that was paying almost nothing a few years ago to a facility that's now paying $500,000 a year in taxes, and it's growing.
Due to a decision made by the Town of Torrey Planning Board, the facility will be growing quicker than previously thought.
Chairman, we have 4 days and 1 day.
Okay, the resolution passes.
This expansion will allow Greenidge Generation to build 4 new buildings, housing.
Estimates are around 10,000 in these 4 buildings.
Bringing the facility up to 17,000 Bitcoin mining machines. But how will the environmental impact be mitigated?
Can we add a renewable component?
Several options are under consideration, and during WENY's 3 interviews with spokesman Michael McKeon, he outlined some possibilities.
We've got a lot of land. So can we add, for example, battery storage to creating a greenhouse facility that potentially can partner up with local businesses? Right now, we're looking more at solar than other things, but we're still early in those talks.
Mining Bitcoin means using supercomputers and a lot of power. That is a concern for energy analyst John Rogers.
If they're not set up for that now, then they're going to have all this heat that they're trying to get rid of, and there's not really a good way to get rid of that.
Rogers believes these environmental safeguards should be thought about and implemented before facilities like Greenidge Generation are allowed to operate.
So looking not just at the economics, looking not just at technologies, but really thinking about the people and the surrounding environment when we're making choices.
And the environment includes Seneca Lake and the fish who live in it. Regarding environmental safeguards, according to Greenidge Generation's technology installation and operation plan, fish screens won't be installed on the intake system until September 2022, around the same time that the water dilution study will be done and the thermal discharge study will be submitted.
We take our responsibilities to the lake very seriously, to the environment very seriously, and we're proud of our record. We've met our permit levels easily and consistently, and we'll continue to do so.
Solar farms like this one have the ability to lower electricity bills and greenhouse gas emissions. But as Greenidge Generation stands right now,
we're still early in those talks.
And the Finger Lakes region is not the only region fighting the Bitcoin battle. In Missoula, Montana, a large Bitcoin mining operation was closely monitored by county officials, including Jenny Dixon.
It wasn't the industry that was, that we didn't feel we wanted to see in Missoula. It was more, how can we manage the impacts?
Dixon said when this cryptocurrency mine came to the area, some are unsure what exactly it was, but they were confident they did not like it.
Complaints were mostly focused around the noise produced by the facility.
Bonner, Montana. That sound you're hearing is the largest Bitcoin mine in North America.
These noise complaints sparked a deeper investigation into the mining operation, and what they found was
the scale of the energy consumption of this industry and its potential for really substantial expansion in the county was a real concern.
The county put temporary zoning regulations on mining in 2019. The regulations became permanent last month.
Sure that e-waste was disposed of properly, making sure that they used renewable energy for their operations, requiring them to be in an industrial zone so that they didn't impact residential. And
just like here in Dresden, the mining operation in Missoula had the capability to operate at 107 megawatts of power. The only difference, Greenidge Generation has the permits to do so, and soon they will have the buildings to house more Bitcoin mining machines to help them reach their full capability.
The proof is in the pudding. After we install these, then we're going to test and we're going to work with it, because we want to be good neighbors. We are good neighbors.
Greenidge Generation recently applied for new air permits, and in a reply to WENY News, the Department of Environmental Conservation said, DEC will ensure a comprehensive and transparent review of its proposed air permit renewals with a particular focus on the potential climate change impacts. And as for environmental groups,
I mean, we're not against industry, we're not against jobs, but we are here to protect something which is very, very important to the economics around here. Much more important in their places is this lake
Throughout this series, I've touched on things like greenhouse gas emissions, harmful algal blooms, and dangers to aquatic life on Seneca Lake. And while environmental groups are trying to stop Greenidge Generation from expanding, they are operating well within their permits and have received approval from the town of Torrey to expand. As cryptocurrency becomes more popular throughout the world, it seems that we're going to be seeing more Bitcoin mining facilities here in the Finger Lakes region. Reporting live from Dresden, Cody Taylor, WENY News.